Hey everybody, this is Ryan and Angela from LostReviews.com, and this is Blue Monday. First up on Blue Monday, we have Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows.
Yep, and this is Blu-ray, DVD, the sequel, Blu-ray, DVD, and a digital download, all in one. Much better than the first story, I think. There was, of course, you love Robert Downey Jr., and Jude Law is really good in both of the stories, but this one has a better story, I think, and just like more of that quick-witted humor between the two of them.
Yeah.
So it works a lot better. Got a couple new characters added.
Yeah,
got
it's
a lot
got
of
Rooney
action.
Mara.
No, that's
one of the
Numi Rapace, the other
yeah.
one. Yeah. What's cool about this? That maximum movie mode is back. I haven't seen that in a movie for a while, where literally like all the commentary and all the special features are within the movie as it's playing again. It's
not a side actor that's hosting it either. It's actually Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So there's lots of humor involved in that, and he talks about like how they do things in the movie, stunts wise, and plot points. There's also they have other actors too. Stephen Fry sits down and talks about the movie and his part in it, and what he loved about that character so much. So it's really, really in-depth. That makes it really just worth it right there. And because it is better than the first one, I'm going to have to go ahead and say bye, just because it's really fun to watch.
And it has that app that's...
Yeah, you can get an app on your phone, on your iPhone or iPad, that is kind of like the maximum movie mode. Lets you kind of extract the things that they're showing you. You can see little dialogue boxes or pre-visualization things, and you can click on that and like go to that scene in the movie, and
yeah, kind of like the thing Disney does.
Yeah, so the second screen thing, yeah, definitely. I thought it was that for first, and then I was like, wait, this isn't a Disney film. So very cool. You guys should definitely check that out.
Cool.
We're kind of gonna fly through these because we got a bunch of them today, because we got some that came from last week too. So here's one that's out this week: In Darkness.
Yeah, this is another in a long line of Nazi movies, you know, Jewish people hiding in ghettos. This time it's in a sewer. This plumber hides this Jewish family in the sewer during the entire war and takes care of them and protects them from the Nazis. He has to betray friends. It's a really heartwarming story. It's incredibly sad. At the end, it had me really welling up there. But it doesn't really bring anything to the subject matter that, you know, we haven't seen before. For
the whole Nazi party area? It's
a beautiful film, a beautiful story, but it doesn't feel, you know, as fresh of a film. To where if you're really into these kind of historical dramas, then you'll love it. But I can't suggest everybody go and see this because it's really heart-wrenching, and it's not doing anything that I think that other movies of the same genre have done before. So I'm only going to give In Darkness a rent it. It does have some great special features. They're starting to bring these festival kind of Q&As into Blu-rays, and I really like that, and they do that here.
Oh, okay. And so this is not in English, is it?
No. It's a foreign film.
That's going to make it seem more authentic right away. Because there's a lot of World War II, Nazi, Germany, Jewish films that are in English.
Yeah.
For our benefit. So.
Right. Like that Tom Cruise one.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, the most epic, maybe piece of crap you will ever see.
Scratching at the door here. Nicolas
Ghost Rider
Cage
2
returns as the Ghost Rider. This time around, he's trying to bring the angel out of him that is in Ghost Rider, and, you know, cure his curse.
And this is in 3D.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see. There's like the moving thing. That's always like a giveaway. We got a 3D case here. Yeah, Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah, and it's directed by the guys that did Crank, so you kind of have an idea of what this is going to be like. This is in no way a serious Ghost Rider film. It's pretty ridiculous. The movie is really ridiculous.
If you have ever wanted to see Nick Cage going over the top beyond what Nick Cage ever does.
Doesn't even care in this film.
I mean, he probably did blow before every scene or something to get himself so hyped up for these scenes. It's so ridiculous. It's so, and I love Nick Cage. I love him and how he overacts, and I feel like he does it on purpose. He takes the most ridiculous roles because he knows he can make them funny. This one, I don't know. I think he was like, there's no saving this. I'm just going to go over the top with it.
Yeah, and that doesn't even save it. Like, a lot of his films where we know it's going to be bad, and it's just a train wreck to watch, but it's entertaining because of how over the top he is. That didn't really save this. The story really suffers here.
Yeah.
The special features are great. We have an awesome audio commentary on here. A little short documentary too, and for the 3D Blu-ray there's a special feature in 3D of them converting the movie from regular film to the 3D, doing the post-conversion. Yeah, it's not actually 3D.
Watching it in 3D in your home though looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It doesn't have that depth that some of the greater kind of 3D movies have. But I would suggest if you have to own this and you really like it, to get it in 3D.
If you have to own this, you probably have bigger problems.
So yeah, I'm giving Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance a skip it.
Yeah. Maybe rent it so you can have drinks with it.
Yeah, you know, if
like
you really
you.
want to see it, just rent it. But yeah, don't commit to buying that.
Okay. This one was mentioned last week as we just got it before we hit record here. Act of Valor out on Blu-ray now. This is out for a week now.
Yeah, this is the film that was acted by real-life Navy SEALs, and that is really the great part about the movie, is because the action is amazing. The visuals are amazing. You'll see stuff in this movie that you've never seen before. If you're an action junkie, Act of Valor is a must-have for you. But if you're like a film buff and you enjoy a cognitive kind of engrossing story, then I would say skip this because the acting is horrific.
You're seeing this for the action.
Oh yeah, that's all you're seeing this for. The sound is amazing. The high def resolution on this is mind blowing.
Yeah.
So you're only, don't go into Act of Valor expecting like, you know, a great war story. It's all about the action with Act of Valor, and
because these aren't really actors.
They're real life Navy SEAls and
not trained to entertain you.
No, and you can tell right from the start of the film. So this does include the digital copy and the DVD. It's got some really lengthy special features on here. They really pack this full. So
like how they made it with all them and everything.
Yeah, I'd say give it a rent if you want something to kind of show off your surround sound and HD TV. Just for that, just to give it a test and check it out. But I can't say to buy this because the acting is just so bad. The only thing that you really want to do is go back to scenes and just watch a scene.
Okay, so maybe just give it a rent.
Yeah, just rent it.
Okay. Next up on Blu-ray, Danny Trejo is a badass.
Now, this movie is based on a viral video of this old man beating the crap out of these two gang members. So what better person to play that senior citizen than Danny Trejo?
The man never dies.
Right.
But then he dies in every movie, but somehow he comes back.
But he always survives. He's always back in the sequel. So
yeah. If
you enjoy Danny Trejo films, you like watching him be a badass, you might enjoy this. It wants to be like a grindhousey film.
Yeah.
It really, really does, but it doesn't succeed in. There's a level of bad that you have to reach, and it falls a little bit short of that, where it just stays in the bad realm.
So this is not a B film. This is a C film.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really good C films too, but this just it doesn't have a good flow. The commentary is pretty good though, and they have an introduction to badass, so that's about it on the special features. But I'm gonna have to give badass. I'm really disappointed because I usually like these kind of cheesy, just kick-ass movies, but badass, you gotta skip it.
Sorry, Danny Trejo.
I love Danny Trejo.
Wait for the sequel. Alright, on DVD we just have for review Rogue River.
Okay, so this is a horror movie, kind of in the mind of what if the strangers decided to stay after they kidnap the family.
Oh no.
So we have that kind of subplot going, and then it stars the guy from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Okay.
Oh God, what's his name?
There's a Bill Moseley on here.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what drew me in. I enjoy his kind of over-the-top horror movies. He does a fantastic job in this. I think if you're a fan of him, you should check this out. This is the weird thing, though. There is some really over-the-top stuff going on in here. Like, some just weird, crazy
you were
stuff.
talking about some plot points that make it a disgusting feature that I don't think I'd want to sit and watch.
Yeah, but it's predictable, and that says a lot about like the generation that we're in, and
We've
the kind
seen
of
so much gross
oh my
stuff.
god, I was sitting there watching this, I was like, oh my god, yeah, like 5 years ago I wouldn't have thought this is where that's going, and then it ends up going there, and I'm like, yeah, I figured it was going to go there because that's the strangest possible thing that it could do. And they just wouldn't have done that, but now we live in the age where that really
everything has to be extreme and over the top.
Yeah, and
outdoing the
most
next thing.
just wild. Like one of the killers is standing in front of the girl that they just kidnapped and starts peeing on the floor. It's just really over the top,
vulgar, gross, disgusting stuff.
Yeah, just anything that they can do. The story is okay. I'm just gonna give it a rent it. It's very
definitely
predictable.
Like for people who are really into like a horror.
Oh yeah,
horror
if you're a crazy horror fan, I think you will enjoy this. It's got a ton of special features for DVD. It's got commentary. It's got behind the scenes stuff. So that's surprising from the DVD.
Yeah, definitely.
But this is like a mild rent if you're a weird, sick horror fan and have nothing to do. I bet you can find this on Netflix sometime.
Yep, it seems like something. Maybe not yet, but maybe a few weeks or something. All right, next up, this re-release.
Yeah,
Gene
classics
Hackman.
on Blu-ray.
Hoosiers. Hoosiers.
So if you're this is one of the movies that stacks up to films like Rudy, and I think is a movie that everybody has to see. It's very moving. It's one of the films that started the cliche.
The great sports film.
Yeah, one of the great sports films of all time. And really, if you haven't seen this, it's about, a championship team and the struggles that they have to do to win the championship and the coach that inspires them. And
Gene Hackman being a badass.
Yeah, so so what people really want to know is, this is for fans of the Blu-ray, or this is from fans of the movie. They want to know what it looks like on Blu-ray. Is it worth picking up? And yeah, it is. It looks really, really good.
Did they have to do any kind of restoration on it?
Oh yeah, totally, to get these things on Blu-ray. But they have the history of documentary, and they actually have the actual 1954 game on here.
What, that the movie was based on?
Yeah, and we have deleted scenes and audio commentary. So I love Hoosiers, and I think I'm totally giving this a buy it. Awesome. You should add this to your collection. It's one of the great sports films of all time.
All right, cool. Everyone go pick that up.
And then also this week, to close out Blu-ray, Scandal, the first season, is out on DVD.
Yep. We were just mentioning this.
Yeah, and it's got a ton of bonus features. If you enjoy the show, then check it out.
Okay, wow, we got through that pretty good. So tune in next week because we're going to have a bunch more for you.
Yep, see you later.
Bye.